Hi guys, today I'm going to do a video comparing all the editions of the Morgan's Tarot. I don't have a whole lot of light today because it's not very sunny out, so I may have to redo this at some point if you cannot see it very well. But anyway, the first one here on the left, this is the original self-published version that came out in 1970. Robbins was the creator. This is what the box looks like. And as you can see, the deck is very yellowed and aged. I don't know if you can tell, but the first one is also the cardstock is very, very thin. Well, let's see. Yeah, there you go. This is the 1983 version published by U.S. Games, and this is the 2009 version published by U.S. Games. The self-published version is very papery and thin. It feels like I could just rip it right in half. There you go. Well, sort of. This next version came out in 1983. U.S. Games bought the copyright to the deck. This is an A.G. Mueller deck. Let's see. Published by U.S. Games. There's the back. Really, really nice cardstock. Really heavy, very smooth. There's what the backs look like. And this is the current version that I believe was first published in 2009. By U.S. Games. There's the side, there's the top, and there's the back. So I'm just going to go through, and then the cardstock for the 2009, look at that, it's much thicker. However, whereas this cardstock is nice and bendy and easy to shuffle, this cardstock is quite a bit stiffer and much more difficult to shuffle. Now right away you can probably already see some differences. But for the most part, the 1983 version pretty much is a copy of the 1970 version. It's pretty much a straightforward copy. But as you can see, the lines on the 1970 self-published version are a little bit thicker than the 1983 version. It's a little bit easier to see the earlier version. I guess that's why when they went to this version, they changed a lot of the images well. You'll see there are a few images that are pretty radically changed. They also, in the 2009 version, they changed the writing, which they neatened it up, which took away some of the artistic aspects of it, in my opinion. But it is easier to see, especially on YouTube videos. This one I feel like is clearer than this one. So I'm just going to flip through all the cards. There's a lot of cards, guys. So I'm going to flip through all the cards, and then I'll stop when I think there's anything significant that I want to point out. You can see right here, there's like the dark areas that got colored in, kind of just to, I feel like they did that just to make the image stand out a little bit more. Although I feel like this deck is more authentic looking so far as copying the original. So I'm just going to go through them and let you see the differences. Grass, heavy, freak, now this one they changed. This is one of the images that they changed when they went to the 2009 that I actually kind of wish they hadn't done. These two are pretty much the same. Let's see if I can figure out how the camera can see this. There's two people working on a car and a tire swing. You may not be able to see. And then when they went to the 2009 one, there's a person missing and they replaced, and then now we've got a person and a dog, which I prefer the two people. But anyway. As above, so below, the ball. Now this one, you can see, didn't originally, they turned it into a title card when they took over the copyright. And I think they did that to give the creator some kind of recognition, because on his deck he has his copyright Morgan Robbins on the back here at the bottom, and there was no mention of him on it just had the U.S. Games copyright. So this is their way, I think, of giving their creators some recognition. I'm only going to stop when I see something like a major difference. Oh, it's upside down. Now this, I think, is the person that the creator worked for, because he worked in a restaurant as a dishwasher, and I think this is the chef from the restaurant he worked in. Ooh, it got really dark there. Let's see. Nope, that's just my computer. Looks like a picture of a Celtic cross spread there. Now this is interesting because this has this little, it says the last at the bottom on the original, but that's not on the other cards. So that's kind of interesting. See how different the font is? You can really see the difference in the font there. The writing. This looks definitely more 60s, 70s to me than this does. And then this card. Completely changed. There's the 1970, 1983. And then for some reason, they took the head off the dog and replaced it with a different one. The whole idea behind this card is that this is supposed to be like kind of half person, half dog, and here they changed it completely into a dog, which I think makes it lose the meaning somewhat. But that's what US Games decided to do for whatever reason. I'm going to try to go a little bit faster. I don't want this to get too boring. There's the change card. The trip. Now this is interesting because on the original, notice how perfect is spelled with a B and circle is misspelled. And it's all about perfection. And when they went to this one, they perfected the spelling. Can you see that? Which, again, kind of takes away from the meaning of the card, but okay. Okay, US Games, let's see. Okay, we're getting into kind of a mess here. And here. There. Now, see, that looks real different. Again, the font, real different. Now that looks a lot different, that image. They really colored that in. Changed it. This one they changed a lot too. That looks really different from the original. mushroom. This one looks a little bit different. There's the old and the new. And that one looks quite different. They changed the windows. They added a window. Now, as you just saw, my self-published deck here has two of the same card and does not have this card. So my self-published deck has a flaw. Well, there you go, guys. That is a comparison of the out-of-print 1970, out-of-print 1983, and current version of the Morgan's Tarot. Thanks, guys.